Alright guys, today I'm coming to you with a few dollar store items you should definitely pick up that are basically feeder, breeder, and reptile keeper hacks. I am also going to be creating a mesh enclosure out of some of these items for only a few dollars for those of you who are a new reptile keeper, have bought your first or second cup of mealworms, and your pet did not consume all of them before they became beetles, and you end up wondering, what do I do? We'll get to that shortly. Let's start off with two solid items that get a lot of value or uses. Condiment cups are one. I do not normally use these for my superworms. However, as you can see, I have to manage space better and will be switching over. A lot of people suggest this, from YouTubers to people in Facebook groups. It will save on room. The second are these little dishes. They are amazing. They keep moist food off the substrate and double as a water bowl to hold water jellies. They will also hold mealworms for your reptiles. If you have a lot of them in there, they can escape. However, if you are feeding 10 to 15, they will not get away. Your reptile can see them through the clear plastic, and it will help entice them to feed. They come 12 in a pack, and you cannot beat it. You can have food and water dishes in every enclosure you have for $1. Another good item are cotton balls. If you do not have access to scrap screen or even easy liner, then cotton balls can be placed within the enclosure and the beetles will lay their eggs on them. Replace them once a week with new ones, and you can basically skip the rest of this video unless you want to see my bootleg $2 setup. 6 in total for the farm if you want to count the cup of 100 mealworms for $3.99. Now let's get to our containers. These come in packs of 2, and I feel they are perfect for rearing bins for concentrated mealworm egg collections to start growing in. They are also perfect for budget mealworm enclosure. Let's get down to turning these into a stackable mesh setup. This time I'm going to glue the bottom of the first bin to the lid of the container below, this way to make it all one piece and easier to just change the bin out under it. I put a fair amount of glue down and held it in place until it cooled, and it worked. You can use a knife, a box cutter, or scissors, but I'm going to cheat and use a hot gun. Once it's glued together and holds, I cut the bottom out. After it's cut out, I hot glue the portions together. As in the past, I have had worms get between spaces like this, and I honestly think it's impossible to avoid, but I'm going to try. After that, I take a piece of scrap screen and glue it in place. I press the glue in with the gun as I go. I cut the excess screen and we are ready for business. We can freely remove the bin from the bottom where our eggs will fall through and collect, and we can easily place it right on top of another bin and simply place a piece of lettuce or a moisture source in the bin with the eggs and let them hatch. Change out the bottom bin once a week. This is why we bought 2 2-packs. We have 3 rearing bins and 1 colony bin. Now that we have that complete, let's say you are a completely new owner of a lovely leopard gecko like Albedo here. I love you. And your pet does not eat all of them, and you end up with 20 or 30 beetles. You can do this to get yourself by and end up with a few cups worth of mealworms. It isn't perfect by any means or ideal, but it gives you the full benefits of a 3-tier mesh setup, just not all together in one piece and a lot cheaper. You probably already have something like this in your home, so you may not have to spend anything at all. Old butter containers will work, anything like this, and you can do the exact same thing with it. I just want to show how easy it is to get started. Just throw the brand they came in with it, or use some oats. I suggest grinding it up to make your life easier later on, but that part is up to you. I placed some of the food bowls I bought, which do not fit perfectly in, but since they sit at an angle, I'm sure the beetles will use them as additional hides. Again, this is not a perfect setup by any means. However, the total cost to make it was $2 and some scrap around the house. That was too small to use even for my smallest enclosures. It will get you by if you happen to get beetles and do not know what to do with them and do not want to spend much on the experiment to see if you like doing it. It will let you try out breeding them without much investment or space requirements. Just put them in a dark, warm place and let them go. And that's it, guys. What did you think of this video? Would you like to see other budget guides or a completely homemade setup? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video and you have it in your insect loving heart, give me a like, a subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more videos like this. And as always guys, from the Thegizards and I, have a wonderful day.